Good morning. It's another too cold I don't feel like going out day. I don't know how to explain it. Beautiful sunny day, but I have some diapers that need to be changed. If you have a boiler, you know what I'm talking about. It's a constant changing the diapers every day. Anyway, welcome to Friggin' Jeep. My name is John, and that's kind of what's going on. I'm going to kind of be looking down and looking up and looking down and looking up, trying to decide. It's about noon. I guess it's afternoon, after 12. It's pretty chilly out, but just enough, just the right temperature that the ground's starting to soften up, which I kind of don't like moving equipment around when the ground's like it is. Still crunchy back here. But here's my dirty diaper. I got to get this wood box out of here. Oh, I got to probably empty that thing again. I emptied it this morning. I've been out already once this morning. I think I'm gonna, I don't know how much wood's in here. I'd like to get this one out of here too, but I don't feel like picking that wood up twice. You know, let me see what's going on in the boiler itself. If those big ones make a lot of bed. Yeah, there's still wood in there. I put wood in there, I don't know, around 9 o'clock last night and around 9 o'clock this morning. It's still got enough in there. Oh, Lordy. Anyway, that one's empty. That's about 3/4 going out. And I think I will use that machine. This wood rack, I noticed the other day, this wood rack, this is the bottom. I don't know. It's one of the things that the wood sits on. These come apart. These are real old here. They've been around for quite a few years. Anyhow, don't know whether I'll get down the Jeep today. Just depends on how cold and what I want to do. I am going to get at least one. I think I'll bring up maybe one wood crate and set it here. Take that one down, because I still have that one out there, so I could put one here and one there. But I like to put one in here at the same time. So if I bring one in here and chew out of it and chew out of that at about the same rate, and chew out of that. In fact, I'll take and move that. And once I move this rack out of the way, I'll stack that little bit that's left over there in there. Get that out of the way. Bring one rack up here. I don't know what I'll do. I change my mind a dozen times throughout the day. So getting some wood up. That's what we're doing here at Freaking Jeep today. Pretty happy with where I got in the Jeep. I did do a little pruning yesterday also with that lift thing. So we'll go down there. Maybe it'll start up today without having to give it drugs. So be back in a bit, I hope. Bye. Well, I'm going to try to do this with one hand. I can't even see the forks. It's so sunny out there. I guess I got to put it in forward. It is in forward. Got to put it in forward again. I cannot see the forks down there at all because of the brightness, but as long as I push down, I know I'm starting to see something. I got to turn this rack around anyway. I would have done it with a tripod, except for the tripod's down where the Jeep is. So I will set this thing over here. I think there's no good place to set it and forget it. All right, we'll put that down. Ain't this exciting? Bring that up, swing that around. I got the engine a little bit slower than normal, just so you can. I got to turn it up a little bit. I think I can sneak around up there. Let's see if I can swing it. I might have to put it into, yeah, I don't know. It's getting pretty close here. Made it around there, made it around the tree in the back. I got a tree up there. You start getting out there with them forks and Let's see, I think we can go over into here. Normally I do it down in the wood yard. It's getting a little sticky down there. I was just down there. I had to pick up the forks. See what's behind me. Something I'll run into. I'm glad I have that back bumper back there. I think I can make it at this point. I need to put it in four-wheel steer. Four-wheel steer gives you a lot more steer, a lot smaller turning radius. There we go. Now that one board up there, I got to take off there. Well, I can level it out. I know it'd be best to take it off. See, the board up top was the rail that went across there. If that bounces back, it could bounce in there and hit my windshield, so it'd be better off just take it off. So I'll bring it back in a minute or two. Now I'm gonna move the wood out of that crate in there. Probably just throw it in the boiler. Maybe I'll go down and get the tripod. Anyhow, we'll be back in a little bit. All right, I think we were here when I left. I moved some stuff around, that kind of stuff. We're gonna put this into four-wheel steer, and hopefully I can get a little bit better turning radius. Also took that board off there. Let's see here. You see how it turns a lot sharper, but it's kind of hard to see. There we go. Beep beep, backwards. And this is a pretty bumpy ride down here. You can kind of view out there, but you can see if that rack was full, you can't see where you're going. I guess I showed that in a past video. This thing is wanting to slide that way right now. I think I'll roll it back just a little bit more. Had to switch hands there. And I'm going about as slow as I can go. Well, I can go slower, but whoa, running over roots. As you run up and down this road in the summertime, it washes down and it starts to wash off the roots. So the next thing you know, you got a speed bump. And that's what that was. And there's a lot of ruts here that I need to level it out. After we had some big storms last year, as I recall, and that's what messed those up. So I am going to stop right about here. I did move the wood splitter because now this has got to turn into there. I turn this noise thing off, and I'm gonna go over. The Jeep barn is right over there. I don't know if you can even see it. Don't know what I see on this video until I put it on the computer at night. But anyhow, we got to get it in here. I got to get a couple more wooden blocks. Looks like some kind of. It's frozen. I got to get some wood blocks because I like to set those on the wooden blocks. It just helps out better. That's where the wood splitter was. So I'm going to go get some wood blocks, and I'm going to go get the tripod, and you can watch me attempt to put this into there. Looks like oh, that must have been where it was rubbing when I took it up there. Anyway, can you see that? That's all quarter sawed oak up there. See the reflex in it? just happened to notice that. And another thing I got to do is I want to get some oil on the base of this before I start putting wood in there, because the wood up here in that crate there is going to go into there for the year, not next year, the year after that. This is next year's firewood, next year's chunks and hunks, and this is pretty well full. I could probably burn it this year if I wanted to, and maybe if things keep burning the way they're burning right now, that might get up there. But that's a little wetter than I like. And it's fairly dry in there. Yeah, we got some water leakage back there, I can see it. So with that in mind, I'll have to put another layer of plastic. This has got 2 layers of plastic on it already. I think it's boarded in. Yeah, daggone. If I get that snow off of there, it won't be too bad. I think I better do that. Anyhow, just another thing to do. I'm gonna go and get the tripod. We'll be back in a bit. Well, I'm gonna attempt to get this into there. When I took it out, I used the Bobcat. Bobcat is a lot shorter than that Toolcat. And believe it or not, it makes a little bit of a difference. And then what you can't tell is this thing here is sticking out, so I can't get a direct hit in there. So I might not be able to get in there with that. I'd sure like to. And I'd like to do it without tearing up the Toolcat. That would tickle the heck out of me if I didn't crash the Toolcat into that. Anyhow, that's what I'm going to do. Stay tuned. It is cold out here, but where the sun hits, it's starting to melt out a little bit. Took a few tries to get it in there. Now I gotta straighten it up, put the pads underneath of it. I'll just do that and bring it back after it's all set in place. But that's about where it was the last time. So we'll bring it back when I got it all in there. Well, what I forgot to tell you about or show you or got to do is put the plastic back on here. So you can see the hole here. You can see the hole here. And just run the screw back in. Oh, Lordy. And I'm hoping the plastic hadn't shrunk down enough. Wrong way. Now, I hope to get to the one in the back. I probably should have put this on before I can't see what you're seeing. Should have probably put it on before I put it into place, but not that smart, let's just say. Now there should be a hole right here, yep. And a hole right here, yep. This plastic cover here was never really cut to size, and the problem when you put the wood boards in there like that, they all start to sag after a while. That's why the ice was on top of that instead of running off the back. Now, I might just jack that up in the front so it gives it more angle and drains it off, but that's what will happen with this one too. I think I have it higher in the front than the back. Not sure. See if I can find the screw to put in this one here. And that'll keep some of that water off. Let's see, where's the screw hole? Screw hole is right there. Huh. Got lucky here. There's the screw. I can't see it there. There it is. Guess you can't see much with me in your way, can you? Now, I got the back one to do. There's a pretty ice skating rink down here. I've slipped a couple times already. And over on the other side, it's a mud hole. Here's my bar to put in later once I get going, once it starts filling it up. Okay, where's the hole at? Here it is right here. And there it is right there. That's all it takes to hold those plastic tops on there. But this plastic, that was an old used piece of plastic too. But it works pretty good for keeping the wood dry. You saw how dry that was. Maybe you didn't see how dry it was. I did knock the ice cube off that one there, so that'll stop it down. But I think I'll do that. Well, no, I'll raise it up in the back. Well, I can't raise it up in the back. I can raise it up in the back. No, not easily. I was going to say if I raise it up in the forward, it's going to be throwing the water into there, which I don't really want to do that. Maybe I got it too close. Anyway, those tops turn out to be pretty good. We'll see ya. I'm going over there and pick up a rack of wood and taking it up to the boiler, and then picking the rack that's up at the boiler, the empty one, and putting it over here. Over here with the other racks. I have gone through, I'm averaging a full quart a week. I was watching Dan up at back 40. He threw, didn't even stack them, 2 of those racks in there, and he said that'll last him 2 weeks up next to his boiler. That's kind of nice. I wish I consumed less wood. Then it'd be less work for me. But it's the way it is. Heating a little bit in the greenhouse, heating the cars in the garage, and heating a lot of house. So we'll be back in a little bit. Bye-bye. Well, guys, I picked up the totes and did a little earth moving at the same time. Actually, I picked it up, I think, in the right spot, because the forks are above the dirt. This is just dirt that's stuck on the thing. I should have kicked that off when I picked it up. It'd be something to run over. I try to put those on wooden blocks. I don't know what kind of wood that is. Anyway, it's gonna, I think it might be maple. I don't know. It's what's next. You've seen me play with these boiler. Oh, this one ain't coming off. There it goes. You see me play with these lids. So I figured you can watch me play with the lids once more, except for I didn't bring pliers down on this one. That's one. Well, that was an easy one. And I got a lot of ice up there. Oh, here's a short one. That might be difficult. That one was easy. Go figure. I guess it's the way the water drips down on them. That was easy, but I got a lot of this on here. So, we're going to go like this. And if you've been around, you know that that looks like ash. Once I get to this point here, I stack them up and get a full load. With the camera in my hand, I don't think I'll be able to throw that onto my pile of lids. Maybe I can. Now I got stuck in there. Got to go the other direction though. I'm going to put you in this tripod. I was smart enough to move the tripod from down there to over here, except for I don't know where the little thing is to get in there. Because they're longer, they're not square, I got to keep these going this direction and that direction, because that's what I started at. Look at that. Ready for next use. All right, we're taking this up to the boiler area, and I'll take you up there and we'll set it in place, and I'll chew out of that the big wood and then bring the other little rack down. So we'll meet you up at the boiler area in a minute or two. Turn off camera, unhook from tripod, put in pocket. That's the instructions.